So this story's gonna be a little bit crazy. Uh, something real life just happened about less than 30 minutes ago, probably 15 minutes ago, and man, it just tears me up inside. Tears me up inside. Um, if you watch the channel, I've been talking about a homeless gentleman and everything like that. So I went into the local convenience store, and actually, let me turn off. I'm going to keep the light on. Let me turn off the engine. Trying to conserve fuel. Um, I was in there talking to one of the clerks that's been very helpful. No, I can't even say very helpful, extremely helpful as being a mediator when I would leave money for this person. So he knows how hard I've tried to help this person. And if you watched my video and talked about the unfortunate circumstances that happened on Saturday, um, that really bothered me. Really bothered me. Um, so as I'm talking to the clerk a little while ago, I was kind of telling the whole story, like how that bike donation failure happened, and he kind of shared a little bit of information. Like you can see, I'm getting back to. I was happy a little while ago. Now I'm getting back to depressed mode again because uh, I just don't understand what's going on. But I'm trying to comprehend. So the clerk's telling me a few things, give me a little more insight that I may not have been aware of, and I was worried about the TBI thing, and so he and I talked for a little bit, and as literally as I am walking out of there with a couple little things, I had actually forgotten to pay for fuel as I'm walking up to my van. Um, that dude approaches me, not the clerk, but the guy named Zachary. And this is the first time I've ever seen him do this, but he's asking for money. And I asked him once again if he remembered me or remembered talking to me recently, and he said no. And so we I said I guess I started a dialogue that wasn't too pleasant in his world, but I was just trying to figure it all out. It's just none of this made sense to me. So I was just trying to figure out why he was so fearful of me when I approached him on Saturday, and he didn't remember any of that. It was just like ridiculous. But so we talked out front for probably like 10 or 15 minutes, and I was just trying to remind him of certain things, trying to stimulate his brain if possible. And he just looked at me like I was stone batshit crazy. And so I said, like, I just pretty much told him, I was like, hey, dude, the offer's still there. I just foresee you in a better situation if you had wheels, man. I was like, it's right up the road. I can go get it now. We can meet up. And he just looked at me like I was crazy. And we kind of kept talking. And this is weird. Not weird, because I guess it's typical for the homeless community or whatever. But I saw him reach into a one of his vertical cigarette butt extinguishing stations that have sand in them. And I saw him reach in and grab like somebody's used butt and then light it up as we're talking. So I'm like, all right, kind of like reaffirm some of my thoughts. So I'm still trying to like get through to him in a positive way. I'm trying to be nice and I'm trying to remind him of the times I've helped him. And it just wasn't getting through. So finally I said, look, look, this is what I'm going to do for you. I said, I honestly forgot to get gas just right now. I'm going to get 5 hours worth of gas. I'm going to go in here, get some change. I'm going to give you $2. And, you know, I don't know what I can do for you after that, but I said, I'll give it to you, you know, and, you know, at least you know I'm trying to help you. You know, I forget how I said it, but basically, so I come out, give him the $2. He takes the money, and usually he's been very kind and polite and said thank you. Didn't say thank you, nothing like that. Just took the money, and so that was that. So like, I'm confused. You know, I'm like, you know, like pretty much. I'm not that stupid where I don't realize, you know, like what, you know, eventually you're pissing in a fan. And so I realized tonight all my good intentions and what could have been, should have been, would have been, they're not going to happen. So if you have any ideas, suggestions on where I can redistribute my once upon a time positive energy, it would be really cool because right now I'm zapped once again. 2 days later, Saturday night on my day off, I was zapped of energy, and this is Monday evening, my next day off, and I am zapped of energy. And right now I'm whooped. I'm like all I can think about is like, man, what? I realize you can't help the world, you know, but you feel like you can help one person, maybe 2 people, 3 people, maybe 5 people. But damn, why is it so hard for one person? Help one person. It's just not there, right? It's not in the playbook, right? It's not in the playbook today. But I walked away thinking, yeah, I'm not going to do that anymore. But as we're talking, I'm talking now. That's not really in my heart. I feel like, you know, maybe there could be a day or a way to reach that individual. And so I'm confused. I'm not going to force the issue. Maybe one day that person will come up to me and say, "Hey, man, I was wrong. I thought about it. You know, maybe I could use that bike." I don't know. I'm like literally torn up inside because I don't know where to focus that positive energy right now. That had been building up for a long time in me to do something for somebody else, that specific person, and to have it blow up in my face. I just got reminded one more time today. I tried to bury it, like literally Sunday morning. I woke up, I tried to bury it, and then I had another opportunity to resurrect it or try and resolve it through conversation. It did not happen. So I don't even have a closing statement today. Usually I do, but I tried. That's my closing statement. I tried. I effed up. I tried.